Hello, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's, and we have something a little bit different here today, which is a Caterpillar Telehandler. Okay, so first we'll have a little look around it. It's not something that we normally do, but he is having some trouble with it, and he's been dealing with a Caterpillar mechanic, but he said he needs someone who can clean out the DPF basically, and then refit it to the vehicle, or clean it on it, or whatever way it needs to be done. This model number on this is a TH407C. Okay, so we're going to try and connect up the launch Euro, and we're just found the socket here. So I've had to get some different connectors, so hopefully this one is going to fit. Okay, so it does seem to fit, but it's not powering up the link there. I mean, we do have the software on here for it, which is in here. And if we search for Caterpillar, we've got it there. So we've got a lot of different sort of heavy duty stuff on here, agricultural and heavy duty lorries or trucks, John Deere, etc. But right, this is our first problem now dealing with one of these machines. We don't seem to have the right connector to be able to fit it. This one does plug in, but it doesn't seem to be working. Okay, so we're inside. Don't know if you know. Do you call these a vehicle? Whatever. Anyway, so we've got this loud, annoying beeping, and we should be able to clear that by holding these two buttons down. And if we go through the menu, here we've got a little screen. We should be able to see some information. Let me just see if I can find what we're looking for. They do have their own sort of diagnostic system on board. Diagnostic. Go through. Engine. DPF status not active, undefined. Differential pressure. Start up. So it's not showing us anything there really. Not a lot of information. As you can see, we've got all of these warnings up here, and it just keeps beeping. It does say that the DPF is blocked. He said he gets a message across here. Just see if we can get that to come back up. So now engine running. It's just a 12-volt machine, you can see there. No movement on that. Here we've got trouble code 371916. Engine trouble code 371916. If we go down, does it go to? He said there is 2 or maybe 3 fault codes that come up. But we've only got that one at the minute by the looks of things. So you can just use these buttons here. So 3719 is a DPF basically, clogged beyond the norm. So you can see here it's got its own diagnostic system. If we click onto that, you can go to, we've already been through this. Versions, data log. Let's go to data log, see if we can find some information. 6,635 hours. Okay, so I would like to have a better insight into what's going on here, but my diagnostic machine is not connecting to this at the moment, so I'm going to have to wait sort of a week or so until I can get a full case of heavy duty connectors and agricultural connectors. So what the customer is saying to me is his cat mechanic is telling him to just have the DPF cleaned out and all of these faults will sort of correct itself, or somehow do it via these buttons that are built into the machine here. Okay, so we have a little roll under the vehicle or machine. We've got a few skid plates here, maybe that need to come off, and some bolts on them. Got the DPF up here, clamp here, and a couple of pins and stuff there that you can be removed. What looks to be a temperature sensor, and another one over that side. Just getting the exhaust clamps off. Now, the process with this sort of thing here is going to be the same as your regular vehicle, really, taking the DPF off. I've chosen to remove the DPF and flush it on the machine for this one. We could try and clean it on the vehicle. I'd be more comfortable if we had our diagnostic machine able to connect to it, but that's mainly what the main issue for me is going to be here today, is getting the software to be able to work on this machine, to hopefully be able to reset the fault codes, which, if we clean the DPF, the only thing I'm worried about is if we can or can't clear the faults after it's been cleaned. But he does have another mechanic who can do that, but obviously the main concern is getting the DPF clean, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully we can either get these lights switched off after it's been cleaned, or may have to come back next week. I have ordered a universal set of cables that will work all of these type of vehicles, but that's going to take me about a week to get hold of that. Just having a look inside the DPF, it looks like it's in good condition, it's not cracked or anything. Okay, so here's our carbon clean DPF machine. We've got the DPF on here now. So what we've done is obviously got the temperature sensors from this, and we've disconnected them from the vehicle because we need to block off these holes. This is the front back. So what we're doing here is we're filling up some launch DPF cleaner into this 10 litre water pressurizer. So we've got 2 litres of launch cleaner and 8 litres or so of water. Right, now we're just going to pump it up, open the valve, get some DPF cleaner into the DPF and let that soak for a minute. So what I've done is, for now, just standard it upright, just so it's not going to leak out any of the fluid that we're filling it up with. So we've just laid that down. It is full of the DPF cleaner, but if you can see in there, none of it is coming out yet, so it must be quite blocked up. It's just started to come out there. You can see nice black water, nice black liquid.
Ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go. We'll hit the green. Might get a splash. Is it turned on?
Ah.
There you go. Hold it in. So we're just going to fill it back up again now. We have got some cleaning liquid that did come with the machine. See, it's a DCS16 machine. Okay, hit it with number 2. Can't really see in there, so looks generally clean already. Yeah, hit her again. Right, hit it again. Still quite black. It's now fitted back on. I think we might have a look at the EGR system now. Just looking over the EGR here, it looks like it's got like an upstream pressure sensor that you see on the BMWs or Renaults. So we're just trying to get that unblocked. Just going to start that up now, see have we got any flow from it. Definitely blocked. We're just going to go in a bit more with the drill. Has that gone the whole way in? It would have, yeah, wouldn't it? It's longer. Yeah. It's long enough to reach all the way end. Definitely a fair bit of soot in there. Well, at least we know the Caterpillars still suffer with the upstream pressure pipe like they're in all traffic. Okay, we're going to try that again, see if we can feel pressure coming from here. We did get a lot of dust blown from the fans, but this is the pipe we're looking at for the air here. Need to see some airflow, quite a lot as well, I'd suspect should be coming out of there. Okay, so now we've just disconnected the EGR. We're just going to clean all of this out. Okay, so now all of the pipes and attachments on this are cleaned out, and we just basically leave our last bit of fluid drip out of that. It's all been cleaned as well as that. Okay, so now we're just going to hold the revs up on it, get the smoke cleared out. Okay, back inside, just hoping I can find a trick to get rid of these lights, but yeah, we're still smoking for a minute. So this is the first agricultural Caterpillar whatever I've done, so the physical side of the work is exactly the same. What I have noticed on this is there is no DPF pressure sensor. There's not one fitted on it, so it is a bit strange to think how does it know when the DPF's blocked? Maybe just every now and then, maybe it's got a set amount of hours that it does, and then it just automatically does a regen. I'm not sure. So that's it, we are all finished. He's back on his way. See you in the next video. Okay, so quick follow up on this Caterpillar is that we had the customer switch the machine off with the dead switch overnight, and when he started up next morning all of the lights are now gone. He's been using it for a week or so. The lights have all now cleared. Obviously there was a blockage in 3 different places on the EGR, I think, as well as we cleaned the DPF out. We just couldn't get the software to connect to do a reset, but a dead switch overnight has seemed to cure that. So just a little top-up note around about 10 days after we've done the job here. See you in the next video. Once again.